here with Totalbiscuit. He's on like 2 months straight, every day working 10 hours or something ridiculous, right?
10's a light day, man. It's morning till night until I fall asleep at the computer keyboard. That's how you do it.
When are you going to take a vacation?
I'm not sure what that is, actually, but I'll figure something out. I mean, the last time we took a working holiday in Vegas a couple of months ago, and for our trouble, the missus broke her ankle. So apparently we shouldn't be taking vacations, even working holidays. Pretty bad idea. So I don't know. We'll have to take something during the summer because kiddo's off school, so we'll have to take him somewhere. I just don't know where yet.
Do you want some suggestions?
Yeah, sure. Where's good in the U.S. to take a hyperactive 9-year-old?
9-year-old. Do you guys want to go outside, or do you want to have something that's inside?
Well, I guess going outside is probably a decent plan, but that also means let's not go anywhere with super humidity.
Yeah.
Narrows it down, doesn't it?
What about like an amusement park? Is that too much, or?
It's okay. I mean, if you like queuing, which I'm pretty good at. I mean,
No. I read an article about this. This is what you do.
Okay.
There's these services where you hire a disabled person to walk with you.
What?
And then when you get into the amusement park, they just let your family and the person cut the line because it's like a disabled person. I'm serious. They had this like whole expose about it and how like uber rich people. I'm not saying you're one of these people. I'm just saying like they actually do it. And they found out about this, and Disney doesn't know what to do about it because you can't really just tell them no.
That is morally abhorrent. Which
It's awful. Yes.
Yeah, it's awful. That's a terrible thing, Hotbid.
It is.
How could you ever possibly suggest that?
I'm not suggesting. I'm just saying if you don't want to queue,
So you're not endorsing
there's
it?
options.
So this doesn't represent the opinions of TeamLiquid.net?
No, it doesn't.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Good to know. We like some Papa John's pizza.
I don't have any place at Papa John's that delivers to our area, but I've been ordering it for staff. I've been sending it to their houses.
Do you think that's a particularly good idea? You keep feeding them Papa John's pizza over a couple of months, they're going to become slothful.
Yeah, maybe just one a week is probably okay for them. We have a lot of staff, so I'm not worried.
What is Nazgul's favorite pizza?
I actually don't know. We've had pizza a bunch of times when he's here. He's kind of amazed at New York's when he's here in New York at New York's wealth of restaurants.
Yes, which is exactly why it's so strange to feed him Papa John's, I suppose, if he were to come here.
Yeah, but it doesn't deliver in Europe, so I don't even know if he's tried it. But he probably will the next time he comes to the U.S.
Yeah, I think there's Papa John's in the UK. I'm almost sure there is, but it's not that big.
But New York in general just has like so many different kinds of food that I don't know, like people always come here for the pizza, and I think it's because of the tap water, right?
Yes.
The water in the dough makes it good.
Yeah, I've heard that, actually. I went to my hotel when I arrived here on the train. 6 hours late, of course. We got stuck behind a freight train. And then the front of the train fell off, so they had to replace it.
Oh, wow.
There was like hoses and stuff that came loose and blew a part of the train out. So they had to replace that on the tracks. That was fun.
Like, remind me never to travel with you. You seem to like attract disaster.
Yeah, I mean, we think a woman died on my flight back from LA. About half an hour in. She had a heart attack 30 minutes into the flight.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Why did she have a heart attack?
I mean, like, it
I imagine because she had some kind of health complication. That would be why.
I don't know. Is it like it was a plane like going up and down?
Well, that's not what was causing it.
Were you like casting next to her or something?
Yeah, that's what happened, definitely. And here she is. Appears to be having a cardiac arrest right now. Let's see if she makes it through here. No, I don't think that happened, Hotbid.
It's not funny. I don't know why you're joking about it.
Well, you're the one who brought it up. I mean, you're the one who asked why.
I don't think you should really make fun of someone who died.
But she's probably not dead. Like, the thing is, they didn't turn the plane around, so I can't assume it was that serious. And they asked, are there any medical personnel on the plane? And like every other person pressed the button. So I guess we were coming back from a doctor's convention or something. So I think she was probably
What airline
fine.
was it?
That was U.S. Airways. So don't.
U.S. Airways. Doctors on every plane.
Yes, but you might die.
But you won't, because there's a lot of doctors, and you survive.
You may suffer health complications afterwards as a direct result of that. Okay. But it was 5 hours of turbulence and heart attacks, and I thought, hey, the train sounds good. So I sat on the train in business class. It was cool. It was fine. Wi-Fi was good. Watched many movies. Watched, I think, more movies.
What movies? Hit me with them.
Argo and Cloud Atlas.
Argo's the one that Ben Affleck directed.
Yes, yes.
What do you think about actors directing movies? What do you think about that?
It happens pretty constantly, and it seems to work out fairly well most of the time, unless it's William Shatner doing it. But then, would you call William Shatner an actor? That's a good question, really.
Well, Ben Affleck's a better director than he's an actor, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, Ben Affleck pretty much plays one character in every movie he's in. But that's fine, as long as he casts himself as that character. It's not really a big deal. I thought the rest of it was fantastic. It was a great movie.
Yeah. He might come back for Daredevil. They might have another one, because the rights reverted back to Marvel.
So we're going to be rebooting something that only basically had one movie. I mean,
Daredevil 2.
We don't count Elektra as part of the Daredevil franchise.
Well, they got married.
Yeah, but it wasn't because of that movie. I can tell you that.
It was because of that movie. They met on that set.
That movie should have caused more marital strife than anything. Like, no one should be being happy because of that movie. That movie is a war crime. It's dreadful.
I mean, he accepted the role. He knew everything that was there.
He knew the risks.
He was literally blind. So maybe that's why he accepted that.
It's a possibility. So we'll end up rebooting it, won't we? That's what's gonna happen.
Are you excited for Superman?
Yes, Man of Steel.
I saw like 10 of those trailers. I'm so excited.
You can't call it Superman. It's Man of Steel.
Okay, Man of Steel.
They don't want to evoke Superman. The thing is, like, Superman right now as a brand name is a really tarnished one because there's been so many bad movies. So it's like, let's call it Man of Steel, and we can do the Dark Knight thing with it. And
it looks really good.
It does. It looks fantastic. Again, that's a reboot of Superman 2 story.
I'm happy. They don't have any kryptonite in it. I heard that. No kryptonite.
Well, I mean, I guess they don't need it when they've got Zod stomping around the place. That should be fun.
I'm happy because kryptonite's like the biggest crap bullshit ever.
Kryptonite is as powerful or as weak as you need it to be in the plot.
Yeah, exactly. It's stupid. It's just, I hate that concept. I wish they would just erase it from Earth.
That would be pretty nice, honestly. But I mean, the thing is, Superman is a really bad character. Let's be honest. Like, if you have to put him in a video game, you have to nerf him down to ridiculously low levels. Like Injustice is a good example. They had to come up with some ridiculous contrivance. For those who don't know, the contrivance in Injustice is, why can Catwoman fight Superman and win? Because she took happy pills, basically. They all took this injection that's based on kryptonite.
Okay. So never reading that comic.
Yeah, everyone. Well, Injustice is a fighting game, so it's a good one. Don't get me wrong, but
come on, that's a video. It's a fight. I thought. Wait, hold on. That has to be a name of a comic too, because I remember.
Oh yeah. They made comics around it.
Okay, all right.
Because the Injustice parallel universe thing is going on, but Superman's just such a terrible character. He is as strong or as weak, and he has a set of powers that then get contrived to do stupid things. It's like the Flash. The Flash is really bad. It's like the Flash is fast, but apparently speed also lets you go through walls, lets you stop time, lets you do all this other nonsense.
You know what I never understood? Because Superman has like all these abilities, like he can shoot lasers out of his eyes, and he can like freeze stuff with his mouth. But if I was him, the solution to everything would be travel at warp speed and punch them really hard.
Punch them really hard, yeah.
Why would you ever do any of those other things? Like, they can block that other stuff.
Yeah. It's like, oh, he has a mirror, the heat beam.
Yeah, the heat, or like he has like a shield. Yeah. Like, screw that. You just go really fast, just rip his head off.
Pretty much.
Yeah, like that's what you should do with Superman, but I guess he's too nice or something.
Well, that's another reason why Superman's an awful character. The only time Superman's ever fun is when Superman goes off the rails, which actually does happen in Injustice, and that's kind of cool. But he's also he is a terrible villain, it turns out, because he's really stupid. Like, he's not remotely intelligent in any way, shape, or form. He makes a bunch of really dumb...
He grew up on a farm, come on.
Yeah,
and he didn't have internet.
And he thought it would be a really good idea to date a reporter. Even normal human beings know it's not a good idea to date a reporter.
I think in the movie, they, from what I gather, there's no, like, oh, I can't tell that you're Superman because you're Clark. Like, I don't think that
they took that away? Yeah. That would be interesting. Because,
like...
That, again, is very dumb as well.
Yeah, because she's, like, this, like, smart, like, capable reporter.
Yeah.
And she can't tell that Superman's
glasses.
Glasses. Like, I mean, come on.
Clark Kent, you have been working out quite a bit. Why would it appear that you have more muscles than any human on the planet, yet you're working as a reporter and pretending to be weedy? Yeah. And also, where do you get the time to lift like that?
Where do you get the time to lift?
It's like, Clark.
Where'd you go to the gym, man?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you didn't skip leg day, Clark, right? Everything was fine there.
Literally fly.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty amazing.
And but I hear that the movie is going to be about Earth responding to the fact that aliens exist.
Yes.
Which is really cool. I think that's a nice take on it.
I think the only risk with that movie is they're trying to do too much, because they first pushed the angle that it was Superman being taken into captivity, and the whole idea of you can't be a hero without abiding by the justice system, right? And that's one of the interesting aspects of Superman. When you're all powerful, when you've got godlike abilities, you don't have to respect that. But if you don't respect it, then there's no point in you doing what you're doing, right? But then they're like, oh, it's also an origin story, and oh, it's also General Zod. What I'm worried about is this and the alien invasion thing.
2.5 hours though.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think if anyone could do it, like if anyone could get those plot lines and the threads tied together nicely, it'll be Nolan. Nolan's cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. And what I'm almost more excited about this summer is Pacific Rim.
You're gonna be more excited, and I can't tell you why.
Yeah, you can. Come on, tell me.
No, I can't. No, I cannot.
Have you seen Pacific Rim?
Can't say a thing.
Oh, come on.
Can't say a thing.
Well, let's talk about it as if you were someone that had not known anything about it. How about that?
Well, if I watched the trailer, I'd say, oh, fantastic. It's a real monster movie. And by real, I mean not like the newer Godzilla.
Okay, I have a question. Just hypothetically, if you were to have seen it and the action scenes, is it anything like those like really fast cut Transformers action scenes, or is it like real action scenes that are like you get to see everything?
If I had seen it, based on my impressions of the stuff that I had seen, I would say that no, it's not fast cut.
Yes. That makes me more excited.
Fast cut's so bad as well.
It's awful.
You can't, if you want a sense of scale, you can't do that. You need to punches and attacks need to be slower. If you saw the bit in the trailer with the rocket punch, that's a great example. You know, it takes a good few seconds to pull the arm back, then the rockets ignite, and then boom. It's like that's the kind of impact you need to see at that scale.
Like, what I like about it is that the robots are like even bigger than anything you could like imagine. Like he's like,
they're ridiculous. Like they're skyscraper tall.
Yeah, and they like there's that one scene where he's like the robot picks up like a giant ship and hits the...
He's got a boat sword.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you need. They didn't
he
need
hits
to
the monster with the boat, and I was just like, okay, I'm going to watch this like 10 times.
I want to know why boat sword isn't a hashtag and why that wasn't the sole basis of their marketing campaign.
Yeah.
It's like, he is using a boat as a sword. Are you kidding me?
Like an oil tanker. He picks up an oil tanker,
long oil
and
tanker.
he hits the monster with it. Yeah, and it's just... I cannot wait. I'm like more excited for that movie than anything that I've seen before.
I'm looking forward to it. I do need to see the new Star Trek. I haven't seen that yet, but that's going to be... Pacific Rim looks amazing.
Yeah, and Sherlock's in the new Star Trek.
Yes, he is. Benedict Cumberbatch, I believe. Yeah, he's cool. I never really got around to watching the 50 iterations of Sherlock that has somehow come out of nowhere.
And that guy's directing Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't put too many lens flares in it. We'll see. I've heard that Into Darkness...
I'm okay with the lens flares. I don't care. They add dramatic visuals to it.
I'll say this, right? When he explained why he'd done it, I found the reasoning very hard to argue with.
What did he say?
He said that the lighting effects were supposed to evoke this feeling that there was more technology and more to the scene than you could ever possibly fit on it, which is why it was spilling over. It's supposed to be
like awe and like you feel like a sense of awe.
Yes,
at the
exactly.
scene.
And I was like, you know what? I can't really argue about it. It was fucking annoying, but it would. You know, I get why you did it. You didn't just do it for no apparent reason at all. I get that.
And I think he'll do a good job with Star Wars.
Well, they can't do any worse than the last week.
Exactly, right? I don't know why people are complaining. It can't be worse.
No,
it literally cannot.
No, it's just not even possible.
Yeah,
those were dreadful.
You can't do worse than Lucas. You just can't. So, I think it'll be good. I think I wonder what story they're gonna do. I hope they do a complete. I hope they don't do the books. Like there's like
the expanded universe. Yeah. There's some of that that's good. Some of it's not. And I know they're gonna have. I'm pretty sure that they have old Luke and old Leia in there.
Are they gonna have their kids in it?
Maybe.
Oh man,
I don't know. Some of that stuff was okay, and some of it was terrible.
Let's hire back Jake Lloyd.
Oh.
He like stopped being an actor immediately after that.
Yeah, because it's not really fair because it's not actually his fault.
Yeah, he's like a little annoying kid. He doesn't know how to like. he's like you could have been like the best actor. Like Natalie Portman's a great actress.
Yes, and she's been in a lot of great movies.
She's awful in Star Wars.
Unquestionably.
Yeah.
I mean, Hayden Christensen, on the other hand, is not a good actor. I saw him in a movie where he was asleep the entire time. Seemed like a role that was perfect for him.
Did you see him in Jumper?
That was fucking bad. Oh god, what a cool concept ruined by the fact that the actor's made of wood. He is just a wood. I mean, the entire I think it was called Awake. It was this movie where he was. I don't even know if that's a good enough reason. There's plenty of good-looking actors that can also act. That's a useful.
Paul Walker.
Who?
The guy from Fast and Furious, the blonde guy.
What? No.
That guy's amazing. He's amazing. He's like the only Fast and Furious movie that wasn't successful was the one that he wasn't in.
That's a pretty good statistic.
And that entire franchise is now like a money-making machine.
Well, yeah,
they can turn one out every year because like it's just so easy to shoot.
You know, it's the Need for Speed of movies, and it seems to do a pretty good job.
And
in
it's
that regard.
it's like self-aware. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
that's
like,
the best thing about it. Like, if it took itself too seriously, then that would be good.
There's a scene where Vin Diesel jumps out of a plane with a car.
Yes. Here's the thing about
bursts out of a plane.
Here's the thing about Vin Diesel in movies is every movie he is in is completely self-aware that there's a Vin Diesel on the scene. Like, it's like, oh, Vin Diesel is in the proximity.
They should just call the movies Vin Diesel in and then just blank.
Exactly.
Vin Diesel car chase. That should be what it's called.
Vin Diesel is a genre right now, I think.
Vin Diesel car chase should be Fast and Furious. What's that movie where he can see in the dark?
That would be Pitch Black.
Pitch Black. Yeah. It should be Vin Diesel sees in the dark. That should be what it's called. And Vin Diesel car chase.
Yep. And then Vin Diesel takes over Galaxy.
Vin Diesel. Yeah. And what's another one?
Vin Diesel. That's Triple X.
Okay.
Vin Diesel
Secret Agent.
Exactly. That's nice and easy. Vin Diesel jumps over barn on motorcycle with explosion in background. As soon as I saw that part of it, that's like this movie knows exactly what it is.
Yeah. So a lot of things to see this summer. You know, okay. You guys
see Cloud Atlas. Like
Cloud Atlas.
Yeah, go rent it. Like that.
Okay.
Some people don't.
I haven't seen it before.
Some people don't like it. Yeah. Like, and I get it because like the way that it ties all of the different time periods together is tenuous, but it is ambitious. Seriously ambitious. It's got some great characters. Like Tom Hanks plays 6 different people. Like all the main actors play about 6 or 7 different characters in different time periods.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
Got it.
So you get to see Tom Hanks be everything, Halle Berry be everything, and it's so cool.
Okay,
Ridiculously fun.
I'll check it out. And I can't wait to turn this interview off and talk to you about Pacific Rim, or not talk about Pacific Rim.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. We didn't talk about anything about esports, but I think that's fine. I think you talk about it enough.
Yeah. I don't think you need to hear my WCS bullshit anymore. It's like I've said enough, haven't I?
Okay. Yeah. All right. So have fun casting, and we'll catch you at the next event.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Cool.